Here's actually why I always put luxury vinyl plank in my rental properties instead of hardwood floors. Now, these are pictures of both of my rental properties, and this one has luxury vinyl plank, and this one actually has solid wood floors. So I'm going to tell you guys some of the differences on each of these products. So the hardwood floors are high maintenance. I've had it in a primary residence, and I remember a friend of mine scooting a chair, and it was unintentional, but left a big scratch on the floor. And my stomach just dropped because I know hardwood floor scratches can't be spot fixed. If you're going to fix it, you have to sand everything down. And this floor went from the living room into the actual hallway and up the steps and into a third room, which was kind of like a sunroom. So that one scratch, if I was going to fix it, would have to sand down all of that and refinish all of it so it looked like it matched still. So it's very high maintenance in that regard. The luxury vinyl plank are actually planks. So if you do have a scratch, which is virtually impossible, you would only have to replace that one plank since they're already planks. And it looks pretty nice. You could see that in this picture. To me, that looks like a really awesome home you'd see on HGTV. Let's talk about wood. It's an organic material, and if it gets wet or if your pet pees on it, especially if your pet pees on it over time, it's going to turn black. The wood is going to be ruined. Not only will the finish be ruined, but you wouldn't even have to sand it down and refinish it. You'd have to actually remove the wood planks and put down more permanent wood planks, which is very costly. Luxury vinyl plank is vinyl, so it's water resistant. If your pet pees on it, no problem. If you spill water on it, no problem. If your dishwasher leaks, no problem. I mean, to a certain extent, obviously, right? It may seep through the crack and down into the actual wood if you have standing water. But if you just have a little bit, it's not going to be an issue. You have to refinish hardwood floors about every 10 years, just from normal wear and tear. The floor itself lasts a long time, but you do have to sand down and refinish. And luxury vinyl plank, I've not owned it for 15 years, but my oldest property was acquired in 2017, and it's about 7 years old now. So that it still exists. I haven't had any issues or noticed any wearing with it. But what I hear is you could replace it every 15 years, hopefully even longer. So because it's not waterproof or resistant, it's not good for your bathrooms and your kitchens. So you can see it's in the family room and hallway back here, but the kitchen actually has to have a different tile. So the bathroom also has to have a different tile. So that actually, it doesn't sound like a big deal, but those are 2 extra decisions that you need to make. And now you need to make sure the tile matches the cabinetry and the backsplash in the kitchen, which is a mental load that if you're doing multiple properties, you could totally eliminate by just putting luxury vinyl plank throughout, have a nice seamless look, and not have to make extra decisions, which is nice. Of course, this says all rooms. And then also the price for putting in a hardwood floor is about $12,000 for a 1,500 square foot house installed. I've had luxury vinyl plank put in for $8,200 installed. So you can see the cost of putting this in is quite a bit less than the actual hardwood floor. And so that's why the luxury vinyl plank is just so good in your rental properties, because it's maintenance free compared to carpet too, which carpet like harbors like germs and dander and, pet stuff. If they pee, it's not easy to get out of that carpet. Whereas the luxury vinyl, just sweep it, mop it, and it's good. So these are some reasons why you should consider, if you're going to do like a BRRRR deal, buy, renovate, rent, refinance, repeat, to do the luxury vinyl plank. And just while we're at it, the current trend right now is just everything white. So the walls are white, the trim is white. I know back 7 years ago when I started, the trend was like gray walls and then white actual trim, but everything white right now, including the ceiling too, is the trend. So just wanted to let you guys know that's what I've been doing in the 7 deals that I've set up, new rental properties this year. And while we're at it too, both of these properties, well, we've got can lights put in throughout here. The only reason why I put this hardwood floor in, well, I didn't put it in. See, it already had a really nice hardwood floor. And so I decided, let me try and finish it with the hardest, most durable commercial grade finish that I could possibly find. And so that's what I did. So I tried this for the first time, but I would never put in a hardwood floor if it was actually not in the house in the first place as a rental. And if it was in really bad condition, I'd probably just luxury vinyl plank over it and be good with that. So that's how I ended up with a hardwood floor here instead of the luxury vinyl for that one. But so yeah, that's basically a little bitty crash course on rental property setup. And I know you guys always like to analyze repair costs. And so I'll leave you guys with this as well. So just general repair costs for any type of house would be, if it needs carpet and paint, now remember, if it's a rental property, I would never put in carpet. But if you're going to wholesale it, maybe that's something you guys would be interested in analyzing. It would be $20 per square foot. Did it backwards there. If it also needs kitchen and bath plus carpet and paint, then I would do $35 a square foot. And if it also needs like roof and mechanicals in addition to kitchen, bath, carpet, and paint, mechanicals are like all your appliances, your hot water heater, and also your hot water heater and furnace, AC, etc. Then I would go ahead and I would do $60 a square foot. And so my properties, you could also probably add like 10 to these. For me, if you want to do like higher end finishes in the kitchen and bath, like I always use solid surface countertop. And if you do like tile and back splash, that may be a little higher than 35. Also, like if you're doing a fiberglass tub and shower, 35 is a good estimate. But if you want to do a tiled shower, which I like to do, I think it attracts a higher quality tenant. I self-manage, so I'm always looking for ways to attract a little bit higher rental rate, a little bit higher income tenant, which is usually lower maintenance and risk for me as a property manager. So then I will spend like $40, maybe $42 a square foot there to make things a little bit nicer. So hope you guys enjoyed that crash course. Let me know your top takeaway in the Spotify and the YouTube comments. And I would love to hear what you guys learned from this session. Thanks.
Thanks for listening to the DealMachine Real Estate Investing Podcast. Please leave us a review and follow along wherever you're listening to your podcast.